Good morning, class, and welcome to your virtual course. My name is Dr. Araipur, and you can call me Dr. A if it's easier for you. I've sent several emails regarding the course, asking you to explore the course, and here's the homepage of Canvas. So to make it easy, I put just numbers. Number one, this is a welcoming message. I'm very happy to have you here. Number two is the class philosophy. So let's quickly read that.
This class is a community and therefore, we all have the same objective, to learn. Online students often feel isolated, but it is vitally important to know you are not in this alone. I would like each of you to approach our online class with a great attitude and a willingness to help one another. Many problems and questions can be resolved by asking a fellow student. I am always here to help you, but I truly believe your experience will be more fruitful if you communicate with your fellow students as well. Let us work together to make this a memorable semester for each and every one of us. Course objectives. The primary objectives of our Survey of Calculus 1 course include the foundational principles of calculus, an integral branch of mathematics that delves into comprehending rates of change and accumulation. The principal aim of this course is to familiarize students with the fundamental concepts and techniques of calculus, which form the bedrock for grasping alterations and deviations in diverse fields. The course will be structured around several key focal points, encompassing the exploration of fundamental concepts of analytic geometry, the study of limits and continuity, and the exploration of differentiation and integration pertaining to algebraic and trigonometric functions. Additionally, the course will engage with real-life applications from the realm of life sciences, showcasing various interpretations of derivatives and integrals. These applications will span topics such as maximum-minimum problems and optimization, linearization, and difference equations, sequences, sequential limits, as well as antiderivatives and integrations. Instructors' contact information. Email me via Canvas or use the email address era.araeipor@csulb.edu, and I reply from Monday to Friday within 24 hours.
Go back to the homepage. Number three, announcements. First, let me put this in student mode. These are the announcements that have been emailed to you. The setup is such that when I put an announcement, it will be emailed to you. And if for any reason you miss that, you can come back under the announcement to find them. For example, when you have an exam, you can find the information as well as the instruction here. It will be emailed to you, but just in case if you miss that. All right. Next, number four. Under number four, we have the syllabus modules, which got everything from practice test to PowerPoints to the solution, homework, quiz, discussion forum exams. At the bottom, I want to refer to this first. This is where you find the office hours, which is daily for this semester from 7 to 8. However, this Zoom meeting for the class right here on the left navigation bar, you find it here. You click on that and you join. Please don't mix them up. So the next one is syllabus. Again, I can go over syllabus right here or on the left navigation bar. Makes no difference. It's the same thing. Okay, everybody. So if you click on it, first I want to explain about the calendar. Obviously, it's very straightforward. It tells you what's coming up as far as the lecture and on a daily basis what we cover. Okay, so we have the calendar informing informing us of that and the due dates, for example, for the exams. Before that is the actual syllabus, welcoming you to the course, information about the course, such as section number, Zoom meeting, so you can find it here or in Canvas, And then because the syllabi are getting larger and larger, I put them in different topics so you can go to a topic of interest. So I'm going to quickly cover them. The material and course description, catalog description, course goals, text, and you find that you can click on it and it'll take you to the text online, or I will show you when we go to My Open Math, which is our digital platform where we do all the homework and assignments and the quizzes and exams. Calendar, every 3 to 4 weeks we have an exam. And as I mentioned, all exams take place on Saturdays. On Monday of that week or Tuesday of that week, you'll receive an email regarding the exam, the instruction, the password. Again, if you miss that, you can find it under the announcement. The only exam that has a different day is the final exam, because it's set up by the campus and it has a specific time and date. There will be no proctorio, but you have to be there to receive the password. We'll discuss that further as we get closer to that, of course. Meetings takes place online. Calculators. You may use a scientific calculator for the exam, not a graphing calculator. I can't emphasize this enough. However, I put some free online calculators resources here because I believe students shouldn't pay for anything. So if you have a calculator, so be it. If you need something online, you can find it here. Tech support, Math Tutorial Center is free for everybody, obviously, and the grading policy, probably the most important thing for the students. 4 exams, each one is 100 points. Homework is worth 200 points, which consists of the homework, introductory assignment to My Open Math, which we are going to start today if we haven't. Algebra review, 10 points, 20 points, 170, total of 200 points. 100 points for quizzes, 300 points for the final. And here's the grading policy. Okay. The curve is as follows. 90%, that means 900 points or above is an A. 80%, that means 800 to 899 is a B, so on and so forth. Also, the worst exam grade among the first 4 may be replaced by the final. Maybe. If the final score is B, that means 80% or higher. Homework and quizzes are at excellent grades, that means 95% or higher. There's no makeup policy. Remember, on Monday of the week, you receive an email with the instruction for the exam, so you have an entire week, or you can wait until the due day, which is a Saturday. If something comes up, you can always let me know, but don't forget that. Now, of course, late work, there's a 10% penalty for late work. There is no late work for the first couple of assignments, Introduction to My Open Math, Algebra Review, and the last module. CSULB 36. In short, it says we need 3 hours of work per unit. So for this course, we need 9 hours outside the classroom to do a good job because it's a 3-unit course. Then we have other information such as dropping policy and so forth. You can find them here, class. I put whatever resources that you needed. So please check them out if you need them. And the steps to success, you want to study the lecture PowerPoints, create formula sheets, index with index cards, doing the examples, doing the homework, doing the quizzes. Remember, for the exam, of course, it's closed book, closed notes, everything, okay? Just like the way you take it on campus. Office hours posted at the bottom of the homepage as well as here. And of course, important dates such as Labor Day and so forth. So that's the syllabus. I go back to the homepage. Now, before I go over the modules and show you what's going on over there, I'm going to go over the discussion forum that you can find it here or on the left navigation bar. First, you find student bios. And I put mine as an example. And you can put yours so your fellow students get to know you. if you, it's the same thing. Yeah, I believe so. So if you want to reply to any student, please do so with utmost respect. Frequently asked questions. Before you send an email, please read this. It doesn't take long. It takes a couple of minutes. For example, how to use a math editor. Do I need a course ID for this course? By that, I mean for my open math, the answer is no. How to access the expired homework and so on and so forth. And I put this that where to find the exam password is it'll be given to you in the announcement in the form of email announcement, except the final that you receive it from me during the Zoom session. Going back to the homework homepage. So the last thing is the whole modules that basically has everything. So what do you find under the modules? Just about everything. Number one, at the very top, this is where you get to your digital platform known as My Open Math, or I refer to it as MOM for short. Now, you have an account, you sign in. You don't have an account, you make up one. And to use a username, to create a username and password, I highly recommend you use something that you're familiar with. For example, your information about your email address. Use the same username and password. It's your choice, okay? And so you create an account, and when you create an account, it will take you to My Open Math. So we're going to discuss the My Open Math in a moment. But going back to the module, what comes next? Here's the recorded lectures and exam reviews. These are from the previous semesters, for example, the latest one. You find all the lectures, exam reviews, everything is here. So if you want to go ahead, please do so. Okay. However, the new one, I put it up here as it becomes available now for this semester. Then you have exam 1 module, similar in fashion to exam 2, exam 3, exam 4, final exam module. And I'll show you what you find under each by looking at just one of them. At the end, again, we have some resources for calculators. So if you click on it, what it does, it shows you how to get an emulator for your computer. It may or may not work, but check it out if you're interested in getting a TI calculator or other online calculator resources, okay? So you can find them there. So what do we have here? Exam 1 module. I want to show you what you find here. Number 1, I put the exam 1 review. Why did I do that as the very first thing? Because I wanted to take a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes maximum, to read this. I have the practice test and I have the key just to check it out and see what is covered for the first module or first exam. That's all. That's the reason. Okay, everybody. Next, under exam 1 module, you find all the PowerPoints. So these are various PowerPoints. For example, this is for the first section. Now, what I want to explain is this class. The purpose of this is for the student to do minimal writing. You don't have to write definitions, theorems, proof of theorems. Just listen and learn. You don't even have to write the examples. So what do you have to write? Solution to the examples, step by step, will be worked on in class, and that is how you learn this course. So the minimal amount of writing is for you to pay attention 100% and get ready to learn instead of just wasting your time writing things. So everything is given to you. And finally, so the first one was exam 1 review. The second one was the PowerPoint. And the last one class is the solution to those practice tests and more. This is the one we cover. We go over it step by step during the week of the exam to get you ready for the exam, okay, in class, and you'll be more than ready to nail the exam. All right, so now going back to the module, remember the very first one, all you have to do, click on that, register, and it will take you and it will take you to My Open Math. So here's My Open Math. First, you find introductory assignment to My Open Math. This is the one that you're going to do today. Algebra review. Exams and quizzes, if you expand it, it comes up. For now, I'm going to, close that. And pay attention to course description, again, being repeated here. And this one, it says,
All content is in the course modules folders, which include videos and sets of homework exercises. Some videos are embedded within the homework and some can be found at the beginning of the chapter.
so it means when you go to modules, you find them. So first, you see the calendar. Obviously, introductory assignment comes up first, then the algebra review, then you have the quizzes. You see the exam. Now, I want to make sure everybody understands what's happening here. You see a bunch of homework here. The due date is before the first exam. However, as soon as we finish a section, I'll let you know we are done so you can do the homework. If you wait until here to do the homework, you will be behind. It defeats the purpose of learning, okay? Now we have module 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is just like before. So what is module 0? As the name indicates, resources such as text, calendar, so on and so forth. So here's the text. You can view it online. I highly recommend you do that, or download the PDF file. And that is like a resource. If you don't need it, that's fine. Over here, other resources as far as the text is concerned, such as some stuff from pre-calculus and so on, and some calculators. How to use a late pass, it is explained here. Calendar, My Open Math, free online calculators. Again, you see more online calculators here. One of them, Desmos, we have videos for him how to use it in case. And then this is important. You have chapter review pre-calculus. This is when you take the algebra review, the purpose of that is to let you know how much prior knowledge of mathematics you have. And if you feel uncomfortable, you can review it with this stuff. They are not obviously created. So that would be module 0, everybody. Okay. Module 0 will have various resources. Your work starts with module 1. So module 1, the very first section is 1.6, starts with the text if you need it, then some videos if you need it. If you don't, then what happens here? You start doing your homework. And the beauty of homework is that you can attempt it multiple times, and they do have video help with some questions, not all of them. So how do we do homework? I'm going to show you by looking at this one, for example. So you just click on it. And you start. When you start, the purpose of this one is just to show you how to work with My Open Math, nothing else. So it says put this number in 22. And notice the moment I click on the box, it gives me a palette. For example, if I need a square root, if I need a fraction, I can use that. So this is 22.4595, and I'm done. This one says same number rounded to the nearest hundreds. Hundreds is number 5, 45, right? And 5 next to it is 9, so it goes up. 22.4, 5 becomes 6. because remember, next to 5 is 9. Any number, for 5 or larger, you take it up. Divided by 0, you can't, it's undefined. So if you click on it, it doesn't have undefined, you put D and E does not exist, you submit. Check mark means I got all the points. And you don't have to submit. I just submitted this question, so it has registered my grade so far for the entire homework, this particular homework. I go to question number 2, and it says 1/3, and go and okay, entering a decimal number. You know 1/3 is 0.3 bar. Okay, and enter 4 or more. Let's make a mistake. Let's put just 1. Okay, so we made a mistake. Big deal. What do? Get a similar question. So if I get a similar question and it happened to give me the same one, now I put, they said 4. I'm going to put a few more just to be on the safe side. And notice now, check mark. That means I have received my points. So I just continue with more and I finish the work. What if I don't? I have a choice of saying done here. When I say done, okay, those 2 questions I got right, I have the points, and the rest of them, I have them unattempted. And if I come back and resume it before the due date, I'm in good shape. I just continue. If I don't, when it expires, it gives me the points that I already have received. So you don't have to do anything else. Okay. So you can resume or you can exit. I'm going to exit at this point. And this is it. So to recap quickly, here's the homepage of Canvas. First and foremost, number 1 was the welcoming message. Number 2 was the class philosophy. Number 3, announcements. These are the announcements that have been sent to you in the form of email. And if you miss them, you can find them under the announcements. At the bottom, you have the office hours. The left navigation bar gives us the Zoom meeting for the class. We don't want to mix them up, everybody, okay? The syllabus has the calendar and the syllabus. And then the discussion forum has the student pause and frequently asked questions. And everything else can be found under the modules. So if I click on the modules, the first one takes me to register for my Open Math. The next one is the recorded lectures. And these 3, the first one is the exam review. The second one is all the PowerPoints. The third one is the solution to exam review with details. So here's the exam practice test, the PowerPoints, and solution to that with details. So when I go with the very first one, it takes me to my Open Math. I have introductory assignment. I'm going to get started with that. Algebra review, exam and quizzes. Calendar. Module 0 gives me the text, how to use the late pass and so on. Various free online calculators. Chapter review, this is after I do algebra review if I feel uncomfortable. These are the review from pre-calculus. And then the course starts with module 1. I have some text stuff, some videos, and I start with the very first assignment. Of course, today, the very first assignment is introductory to my Open Math. I wish you all best of luck and happy studying.